we've got the bright new face of the Democratic Party here tonight, Mr. Bernie Sanders. There he is. Bernie. Bernie, you look like $1 million.
I want to thank you, and I would like to mention the product of that was negotiations with Senator Sanders, who was then chairman of the committee, and I would allege that I'm one of the first to feel the burn.
You got the right candidate in Bernie. You got the right one.
So there are a lot of capable and qualified candidates in this race, but Senator Bernie Sanders is by far and away the most progressive, and I think he's best positioned to defeat Donald Trump in the general election. And ultimately, that's what we need.
Bernie for president. Bernie for president! Oh, man. If that happens in my lifetime, shoot me after that moment, because it won't get any better than that when Bernie Sanders is in the White House. Just take me away after that moment.
Is there anyone you think who could actually beat him, really?
Right now, I think that the only person that I see who has a base that's strong enough to oppose him is Bernie.
Bernie Sanders?
Yeah.
He's not, Biden has got bigger numbers, but the moment.
Biden's got big, but I think that Bernie's base is more passionate. I think they're more passionate.
That's true.
And I think that, you know, he's the complete antithesis of what Trump represents.
Yes, that's true.
I could sit here and tell you why Bernie's Green New Deal plan is better than all the other candidates, and it is by far, but that is not even the real reason why I support Bernie for president. I support Bernie because there's no point in having a good Green New Deal plan if you're not building the movement to win it.
And even the movement for Black lives, when they talk about reparations, they talk about the need to have universal programs as one part of the reparation fight. So Senator Sanders is in this 100%, and he is by far the best candidate for our people and other poor people in this country.
No, I texted you after the debate the other night. I said, man, it just feels like
you did.
Senator
You got to say what.
I said, it feels like Senator Sanders is the best bet.
Yes,
yeah,
he is.
It does feel like that.
I am beyond honored and excited for a president who will fight against Western imperialism and fight for a just world. And I am excited. I am excited. I am excited for President Bernie Sanders.
You know, when I look around and I you know, they're all stealing from him. I mean, he led this, and he's been doing this his whole life, and I just know that guy is who he says he is. He will fight the fights that he says he will fight. I don't know that about everybody else. He's the one known quantity, and we're going to need that person for what lays ahead. And I know that he has the grit, and I know he has this huge infrastructure, and the young people dig him. And of course, a good part of the squad signed off on him. So I'm very excited about what he's doing. He's already pushed the Democrats to the progressive values that he already has, and he keeps leading in the field even today.
Yeah.
And he'll beat Trump's ass.
You really think so?
Oh yeah, definitely, no doubt about it.
So if you're asking who should be the leader of the movement, the leader of the country, and yes, the leader of the Democratic Party, well, if you want to truly change the Democratic Party and have it represent the people and not the corporate donors, the choice is clear. It's Senator Bernie Sanders.
I trust Bernie Sanders. I believe in what he's fighting for, and I do believe that big structural change, systemic change is something that's possible with his leadership. And as a result, I am honored to endorse Senator Bernie Sanders as our next president of the United States.
What I love about this brother is not that he's a god, not that he's a deity, he's a human being trying to be morally consistent and bear witness in such a way that he can bring us together and change this nation. That's what we're talking about. That's Brother Bernie Sanders we're talking about.
And now that I'm a member of Congress, I see and have experienced the immense amount of pressure there is to conform. And I frankly don't know how Senator Sanders has remained this consistent for so long. I really don't. And I think it takes an intense amount of moral fortitude, but also commitment to policy. And I can't, even just as a member of Congress, I can't imagine the pressure that there would be once someone enters the White House to conform, to be the unique sole target of that much pressure. And I really admire the senator's ability to do that, and I believe that if there's a candidate that can deliver and remain committed to these issues, it's him.
We have a simple choice. We can have a democratic socialism of Bernie Sanders to benefit all Americans, or we can have Republican socialism, which benefits the 1% and leads us to a constant state of war. The choice is yours.
The fact of the matter is that what we are now talking about doing, most of the countries of Europe did years ago. The British did it 30 years ago. We are behind every country pretty nearly in Europe in this matter of medical care for our citizens. We are concerned with the progress of this country. And those who say that what we are now talking about spoils our great pioneer heritage should remember that the West was settled with two great actions by the national government. One, in President Lincoln's administration, when he gave a homestead to everyone who went west, and in 1862 he set aside government property to build our land-grant colleges. This cooperation between an alert and progressive citizenry and a progressive government is what has made this country great, and we shall continue as long as we have the opportunity to do so.